My name is Valerii Mamaev. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Russia. So, how do I speak English, you may ask? When I was 5 years old, my family and I moved to Malta. It's an island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, kind of in the middle of nowhere next to Sicily. But we moved there so my sister and I could get a better education and we could have a taste of European life, so we could get new life experiences. And it's something we just wouldn't get if we stayed in Russia, unfortunately. So we moved and we went to middle school. At the time, I wasn't really interested in the film industry as a whole. I mean, I knew films were around, I knew it was really cool and stuff, but it's like, well, films, this is cool, like something to watch. And then my sister came up to me in 2016, and that was the beginning of my journey. So she comes up to me 2016, the first season of Stranger Things came out in 2016, and she comes up to me and she says, "Look, Val, we gotta watch this. This is really good." And then that's when it all started, I guess. The first episode really left a unique mark on me. It made me start wondering, how the fuck can something like that actually be made in real life? How is that even possible? I mean, so many different things going on, and there's somebody behind it, like normal people, like everybody else, and they're making all of these crazy stuff. I started thinking about that. Although I wasn't interested particularly in the film industry at the time, ever since I was physically able to think for myself, I knew that I wanted to do something to do with the arts. I knew I always was a creative person, and my parents always told me that I was a creative person as well. After all that research, we moved out of Malta, and that was 4 years ago in 2020. So we moved to Portugal with my family, and we went there so my sister and I could do high school. And then there, I started my extensive filmmaking journey. I started networking with a bunch of people. I started doing extensive research on a lot of different things. I started working in the film industry with different filmmakers. And then 3 years ago, something happened to me that changed my life forever. I met a man. I met a very talented director from Brazil that at a 2-week film summer program that was organized by a school. And I met him there. And after 2 weeks of studying under him, he wanted to keep contact with me. But then at the end of the program, we really connected. He came up to me. He says, "Look, I see the potential. Like, you can be good." He was mentoring me, guiding me to make mistakes, and guiding me out to avoid making these mistakes and how to properly learn from them. And all of that was just handed to me by him. January of 2024, 18th of January till the 30th of January, I got called 3 months prior to those dates by him, and now he's inviting me to assist the actual shoot for the feature film that I took part in the teaser for. That was obviously crazy news. I did not expect that call. He called me with some producers of the film, and that was honestly, like, I felt really honored that that happened to me. So then, hearing these news, I run straight to my teachers. I go like, "Look, like, I got a job offer, right? I'm gonna go and take a look at this. So instead of trying to convince me not to take the job, let's figure out a way to make this work so I can take the job and get my exams done." And that is how it went. But then as a result, I took part of this 2-week night shoot. That's what I did, and now I'm here. Then I met a lot of people here, some of which are honestly evoke nothing but impression to me by how dedicated and how creative they are. A lot of them a crazy experience for their years, and that is insane. So, all that being said, I am honored to be where I am right now.